YouTube? We are back with some more match play commentary for you guys. I'm joined by Jorel, as TJ is taking a little break. He's recovering from some sickness, and we're letting him recuperate. Speaking of which, but it's also nice to have you here too, Jorel, because you absolutely cooked on our new layout. So it's nice to have you here because you are the creator of all of this. So credit goes to you there. And also, if you haven't noticed, we also live streamed locals this past week, which Jorel also championed there. So that should be something we're gonna try to do. We still got a little bit of work to do to rough out some kinks, but it's an exciting thing to try to live stream locals. I think it'd be really fun, and I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah.
But these are filmed over at Sully's Abode, which is where the Twitch channel also will be, which I'll link in the video description. We go there every Thursday for Digimon, start at about 6:30 p.m. So if you're in the Chicagoland area and want to check us out, check the shop out, feel free to swing on by. They're located in the Bolingbrook Promenade. I'll drop their TCG player link down in the video description as well. But today's matchup features David on the left playing Gallantmon X, going up against Will, who's playing Zephaga. I'm interested to see where this goes, because I mean Zephaga is low-key pretty strong deck. It can do a lot of neat things and can really kind of mix in a good amount of aggression along with control too. So I'm kind of curious to see how it goes up against Gallant, because Gallant obviously does Gallant things. So let's see how this one turns out, and without further ado, let's hop right into the round over here.
Yeah. So fair warning, David did mention that he hasn't played the deck too much. I think he's only played it once or twice.
Sure.
It's gonna be a little bit rough. Already rough starting off with the X antibody in the back.
Yeah. It's rough, but it's not the worst. I mean, at least it's a rookie. Because I think one of the biggest problems that Gallant has right now, right, is just classic Gallant stuff, which is if you break, you kind of stuck.
But speaking of which, Grawl X.
Yeah, not great there, that's for sure. But Will himself has a pretty decent start. So we go into the Gallantmon here, which will allow him to suspend something. So we'll suspend the Groundmon, and you can reduce the Evo cost by the amount of suspended bodies. So you can go into your, arguably the much better Grand Gale here for cost of 2, and then Will chooses to punch him. Past turn.
Yeah, dropping another level 4 is probably one of the best ways to pass over the turn. I don't know if he had another rookie in hand.
Sure.
David got the Rush Gale in the back with the training and then the Memory Setter Takata, so not terrible. Got a little bit of setup.
Speaking of Memory Setter too, I mean we've seen Will go into the Shoto. He's got the Memory Tamer Shoto, which I think is low-key pretty strong too. Being able to redirect the Vortex swing to just swing at security or player is not bad at all.
Yeah. Another fair warning is, since I was doing this alone, the security counts are not going to be accurate.
Dang it.
So,
it's
it's too many things going on at once.
No, that's all. But David should be at 4, right? Not 3. There.
No, he is at 3. He took
at
2
3?
checks. I left.
Okay.
Yeah, he Will swung with both Grand Gales and then restored one off EX-07 showed up.
Okay, so we see David going into War Growl here. You're able to pop, I believe it's a 6 canvas.
Yeah, but there's nothing on field to pop, so he gets the extra check. We're gonna go into BT-17 Gallant. Pop one of the Grand Gales, gain the memory, gain another memory.
So he's primed for a Gallant X play here, which is what he's looking at. So we do go into him. We go ahead on Evo. You can pop a 10k body or less.
Yeah, we also get the plus minus 4k since he has Gallant sources.
Go ahead and
go in.
Go ahead
he does
and
have the
drop
extra
GG.
and then get the draw. Yep.
Should be, yeah.
Yep.
And then now I believe the War Growl inheritable will fizzle because he didn't pop anything. So he can't restand here, which is a little unfortunate, but
And Vortex Resonance playing out the Gallantmon adding to hand.
Hmm.
And just pass turn by dropping Growl, which is a little bit of a yikes, but
Yeah.
especially because now he's going to be at 6. He missed timing on the scramble, but I think he picks it up next turn. But gonna drop the Searcher Tarot, grab Vortex Resonance.
Okay, so we go into the Grand Gale here. Grand Gale will go ahead and suspend himself, so he's now immune to effects.
Yeah.
Good.
I also lied, that wasn't Searcher Tarot, that was the First Vortex
I was gonna
Resonance.
say.
Good old Glare. Speaking of Vortex Resonance, here's another.
He's got some options here. He's got the EX-7 Zephaga, and it looks like, mistake. I can't see what the other level 6 was, but I think arguably EX-7 Zephaga is, I think, a little bit better into Gallant because it can do a little bit more of that like punch face sort of thing.
I'm pretty sure the other level 6 is medieval. I don't think I remember seeing any other
Gotcha.
6s in this deck.
Yeah, so he used the EX-7 Zephaga effect to go ahead and suspend his Gallantmon to go ahead and bottom deck when it's suspended. Since we did pass turn with the Evo, Gallantmon X is now affected, and then he can tap Shoto to restand the Zephaga, which is pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, it was a solid play.
We do have the level 4 though established, and David is at 4 memory, so I mean we could do some things here.
Yeah,
Go
the
into
thing.
the-
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think the thing is, I'm pretty sure we have a lack of Gallant right now.
Well,
which
War
is a
Growl
little
2 would have popped a 6k or less, but yeah, since it is buffed, we miss out on that. But the War Growl X does take care of the level 4.
Gain the memory. And then, yeah, we're just kind of stuck here. Might as well swing in.
Yeah, we hit another Shoto. End of attack, since nothing got deleted, should gain 2
He has to
memory,
have no
correct?
Digimon on the board.
Oh, no Digimon. That's
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Pass turnover, and now Will's at 4.
This is a little scary because I feel like we're about to lose the level 5 stack here.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, swing for 2 checks.
Yep.
The question is, how does Will sequence this so he can bounce turn back? I mean, the Shotos are going to allow him to restand and Vortex end of turn. So yeah, you're right. I mean, the level 5's gone regardless, which I think in retrospect makes it... Like, it makes sense that you swing with it, just get the value out of it, because it's probably just going to get suspended anyway.
Yeah. So we're going to restand, Vortex in. In theory, he could have suspended the other Shoto.
Right.
Because they're all at the same timing and it's still pending, but yeah, I think they're clarifying what the order of attack, or like the process of effect going on here is.
Right.
Oh, if I remember correctly, this is where they were asking me that if he can whiff the unsuspend from the Grand Gale, or whiff the suspend the when digivolving on the Zephaga, so that he can avoid bottom decking the War Growl X.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That way he still swings into it, gets the piercing.
We do get the
it did
Gallantmon
have
play
Growl
out.
X.
Yeah, because of the Growl X,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and we'll forgot about that.
I always forget about that too. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna hit your guy. I was like, crap. No.
Now they're counting up cards in trash.
Yeah. I remember I did that against Sunny, and I like Dino feeling really good about myself, being like, fortitude, mother, and like, bah.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just gonna play that guy out again. It's like, no.
So we are gonna see a bio merge here from.
Yeah. Yeah, that's bitten me in the butt way too many times.
Yep. Here comes Gallant for cost.
That's pretty good.
just confirming that it is for cost and not for free. And then we're just counting up trash again because we basically know what's coming at this point.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is.
Go there for the cost, trash 2, and then swing
Yep.
for game.
Yep.
All right, not bad. Yeah, I mean, like, Will had a lot of aggression. He was able to kind of do some nice board control. It's just that recursion of the growl or the Geel ended up just kind of biting him in the butt there.
That was rough.
What do you think about Zephaga next set? Because it really doesn't get a lot of support outside of Zephaga Ace. But Zephaga Ace is also, like, pretty cracked.
I'll be honest, I haven't looked at it. I've already forgotten the effect of Zephaga Ace. I'm out here being blind to my Justmon and my D-Reaper stuff, so.
Fair. What do you think about Justmon, then? I know we're not
it's still a mid-deck. I mean, TJ said it best in the deck check.
Yeah.
It's basically you see all of it or you see nothing. So, I'm excited that we're getting new pieces, but at the same time, I'm gonna play it like twice and be like, man, this still feels rough. So, back to the match. Yeah, two searcher rookies, one in the back, one in front. So not terrible, and he does double hit there, which is pretty good.
Yeah, double hit off of that guy's always real nice. And then Will responds with a Tarot, letting him go into a Gallantmon for reduced cost to the Tarotmon effect, and then Gallantmon effect lets him play out a Shoto.
Yep.
We opt to just do a Growlmon back.
There you go. Getting there eventually.
I almost feel like it would be... Okay, so we do go ahead and swing, hit a scramble.
Yeah. Kind of rough, because I don't think he had a level 5 in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like right now. They draw into it.
Draw into it, and we play a training for 2, which is not bad. See another... Okay, so we pick up the Tarot here.
Yeah.
I mean, arguably the starter deck Grand Gale is not great compared to the EX-07 one. And if he's got the EX-07 one in hand, might as well pick up the Tarot.
We are gonna send up the Growlmon into War Growl. Here we go. Does pop, so doesn't get the Evo, but he still keeps turn off the Growl Inherit.
Swing hits a Zephaga. Bye bye. Alright, not bad.
Yeah.
That World Growl X is so good. Being able to say
Yeah.
no, I'm just gonna stay on the field.
Yeah,
Suck
can't be
it.
bounced into deck.
Yeah.
Can still get suspended though, so we'll see what happens here.
That's true.
Yeah, and Will is running the Fluffy Monegg that just suspends on attack. We are gonna suspend to prevent being affected by Digimon effects, and then Resonance here allows him to go into the Zephaga for free and suspend the War X.
And then this is the EX-07 Zephaga, so we'll restand and be able to vortex into it.
Yep.
We do pierce for the 2 checks.
Yep. Pretty big.
Good.
I think
David,
David
yeah.
also forgetting about a scramble.
Yeah. It's hard, man. Like, when you're sort of, like, in the zone, you're like, you draw and you do your thing.
Yeah. It's been so ingrained in our heads at this point to just draw for the start of turn, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
wait a second, I could have done this.
I, like, purposely will put Scramble, like, up in, like, the main area, like, or, like, inch it up a little bit, just so I'm, like, looking at it. So I, like, try to remind myself, and even then I'll still, like, forget about it.
Makes sense. I've just started calling out start of turn, and it's like, oh, start of turn, I do have this.
Yeah. So David's got a little bit of a hill to climb here, but, I mean, he can do it. He's digging.
Yep.
Seeing the full line here so far. Question is, though, I mean, you're at 0 memory right now, and you're stuck on a Growl X. I don't really see a world where just a level 5 is enough.
Yeah.
Especially with a blocker Zephaga too. I don't know where to go from
In theory, if he had the BT12 War Growl, he could do something, but I don't think he has
Right.
it.
Because he still has the Blitz Staccato, which can allow him to like string along a few things. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
does he have all the stuff.
Mhm.
Like the let it through.
I think the plan was to let it die because I did see a BT13 Gallon in his hand there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wait for game.
Yep. Ah, yes. This is where I hastily added the our logo to mark game winners.
I just noticed that.
Yep.
This layout is looking clean. You got a good
Yeah.
angle. You got like the banners are really nice.
Yeah, the setup that we have at the shop is definitely looking real nice. Sully is planning on getting better cameras. Because he's like, he messaged me this morning. He's like, "Hey, I want to make a better, or I want this layout," and he showed me like a picture of a Lorcana stream where it's got
Sure.
gameplay and then like cameras for the players. And I'm like, if you want to do that, we need better than C920X's.
Yeah.
So he's getting
The amount
at
of
least
faces
like
I would make on camera.
Another double hit here off the Searcher
not
deal, which
bad.
is really good. Yeah.
I'm
Decent
curious about the Fluffy and Will's using the Suspend Fluffy as opposed to the Memory Gain Fluffy. I kind of like the other one better. Just for like whipping back turn when you pair it with some stuff.
Yeah.
But the more I like play around with it, I do see like why some people do like the Suspend Fluffy because it does help with like board control and stuff.
Yeah, it's a decently strong egg.
Yeah.
The fact that it's just when attacking suspend one is kind of crazy.
Right. And then Will goes into a Grand Gale, suspends it to make it immune, and then whips Shoto down to stand him right back up.
Yep.
David's
Lot of
just kind of
pass.
patiently in the back. He's just climbing up the line there.
Yeah.
Looks like Will might be missing a Zephaga here, which is a little tough.
Yeah. No, there it is. He has one.
Good double check. Looks like we will go ahead and go Zephaga here. It's the EX-08 once again, and we suspend Shoto to give it blocker. We stand it.
Yep.
Baiting that War Growl.
Yeah. Does get to go into a Gallon since there is nothing to pop.
Right. Does have the Staccato that allows for Blitz too. Things can happen,
Yeah.
especially now with that X antibody underneath.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's gonna opt to whiff on the effect on the Windage evolving, but will just swing and then go X antibody straight into the Gallon X.
Hmm. Okay.
Which, to be fair, I did see the other Gallon in hand.
Right.
Which he could have gone into that, but I guess it makes sense not to put all your eggs in one basket.
Totally.
Oh.
So we do the check. It is a Vortex Liberator.
Yeah. And that's
Now-
rough because now that turns off the War Growl inherit.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The sequencing, I mess it up all the time too, so I very well could be wrong, but it's like you do the when evoing first, so in theory you would crash one, right? Oh no, he popped something. Never mind. He popped something. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying. Yeah.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
here's a war. There it is. We're already looking at it. So there is a misplay here. I think he was staring at a different card, but he evoed a 4 on a 4. We catch it a little late here, unfortunately, because he does scramble into the Grand Gale.
Gotcha.
And then a couple other things happen. Yeah, so David proceeds with turn, and I catch it. I'm also asleep at the wheel here. So we get pretty far into it. And then this is, yeah, here it is. This is where I warned them. I was like, hey, you evoed a 4 on a 4. So I think Will's trying to look at and remember what he drew here, but we've gone a little far at this point.
Yeah.
So
I guess from a judge perspective, what do you do there? You just
realistically, so we are gonna scoop here.
Sure.
But realistically, you try to rewind the game state as much as possible.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is local, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Right.
But in a premiere event, obviously that would get like a warning and stuff. But
Sure.
yeah. No.
But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully you're enjoying the new layout. We're definitely gonna try to, like we said, just kind of mess around with it, kind of optimize it a little bit more. But I mean, honestly, right now, I think it's in a really good spot. Jorel really cooked there, so shout out to him and kudos to him for doing all this.
Obviously, it isn't gonna look like this for all of our videos. Well, I mean, at least as far as the layout, because I know for the Dean's ones, we still manually record those.
Yeah. So depending on where we are, good point. Depending on where we are for locals, it's gonna be kind of when we're at Sully's, we'll see this layout. When we're at Dean's or other places, you know, we'll probably see kind of the more traditional layout that we have. But any feedback that you guys have on this new one, let us know. We're happy to kind of, like I said, mess around with it to kind of make it a little bit better for you guys. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for all the support. We really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll catch you on that next video. Bye bye.
Yeah.